So in this segment, we're going to be talking about John Swinney fighting back against the BBC, and I'm not familiar with this person, Kay Adams, but she might be one of the most embarrassing so-called journalists that I've heard of.
And in 2021, we were told to go away and get a parliamentary majority in favour of an independence referendum if we wanted to demonstrate support for independence. And we went away and we got that. And that parliamentary majority exists today. And I simply want it to be respected, so that the people of Scotland who elected the Scottish Parliament in 2021, gave it a majority in support of a referendum on independence, should have the opportunity to now see that delivered.
So and I agree with Swinney there. I think, it is the SNP's main thing is independence. They keep winning majorities. They keep becoming the largest single party in Holyrood, which is designed really to keep out, single majority parties. What else are they meant to do, honestly?
If you lose a stack of seats in this general election coming up on Thursday, it means nothing about independence.
Well, what it means is that I want the democratic views of the people of Scotland to be.
But it means nothing. So the result on Thursday means nothing about independence.
Well, wait a minute, Kate. We're not going to get very far if we're just, if you're just interrupting me all the time.
Well, there's all these leaders' debates I've seen. That seems to be the way to do it.
Well, you're not a bloody party leader, are you? You're a so-called journalist doing an interview. If you wanted to run as an MP or an MSP and become the leader of a party, sure, go ahead, feel free. But you're a journalist. You're meant to hold the powerful accountable, which you're attempting to do very badly, I might add. You let him answer the question, and if he's not answering the question, that's when you can interrupt him. All you've done is double tap him there, honestly.
Well, I think it's pretty purposeless, to be honest. I don't think the public like it. I think the public are fed up with the constant interruptions. So let me just set out my view. You asked me a question, which was, how do people express their view about independence? And I think they should express that in a referendum, because if I go back to 2014, we were told if you vote no in the referendum, you'll be protecting your EU membership. We're out of the EU against our wishes. That's a big change in our circumstances. And I think people in Scotland should be able to exercise their view on the question of independence in an open referendum, and that's always been my view.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with him, though. I absolutely agree with him. I think it's embarrassing. It was embarrassing, that clip. And there's more. There's another,
household.
The dude's fighting the BBC on multiple fronts here.
You're talking in your manifesto about tackling the cost of living crisis by giving what you call urgent support to households. A lot of that's about government benefits, government-funded schemes. You were talking about growing the economy earlier on. Shouldn't a bigger priority be on helping people out of poverty? Anna Sarwar was in that stool.
My guy, people are being plunged into poverty because of the rising energy bills, the rising food bills. It doesn't matter how many hours you work if inflation's going up way higher than wages. Are you so brain dead you don't understand that?
Last week saying we're all about getting people into jobs, not giving them benefits. Shouldn't your focus more be on improving people's life chances generally than giving them handouts?
I think you should. I think you've got to do. I think the terminology, frankly, of handouts, I don't like, Martin. I don't like it.
Thank God he's fighting the framing finally. After that, I think very average display the other day when he accepted old Brucey's framing. He's fought back against the framing. Finally, my guy, respect for that.
I think it's a good way to express these things. I think if I look at the Scottish Child Payment, the Scottish Child Payment is stopping children starving, and we're paying for it in Scotland, and I'm proud that we're doing that. That's keeping children out of poverty. 100,000 children being kept out of poverty, and they're being fed properly. And then when they go to school, they're getting better supported with some of the assistance in terms of free provision of school meals and things like that.
This is so much better, honestly. He's done much better here in these two interviews than he did during the leadership contest. Not leadership contest, sorry, there's kind of leadership debates or town halls, however you want to call it. This is infinitely better. He's fought the framing. When he was getting interrupted, he pushed back on that and said, look, we're not going to get very far if you interrupt me. And that's not what the public want. And the BBC are not beating the Unionist allegations. It's just wild. They're trying to use these kind of gotcha moves on the SNP. It doesn't make sense. All you do is confirm to people that you're not honest actors up there. I think this dude here, this journalist, is not great. But I think that lady there, Kay Adams, just infinitely worse. So-called journalists. Are you proud? Are you proud of yourselves, really? I wouldn't be if I were you guys, I'll be honest. But anyways, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Support the channel on Patreon if you can. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one.